And right after RJ was of course the inevitable one with
Yeah.
like Banks. So and then from
And you
there,
got 3 on there.
yeah, that was a crazy process because how I got in touch with Lloyd Banks was through his engineer, Bombaye, Jason. Um, I don't even remember how I found him, but like as a producer, you kind of got to be resourceful when looking for connections, especially if you can't run into these people in person. So I think I DM'd him. I was just like, yo, is Banks working on anything or anybody else? He was like, actually, Banks is working on a project right now. First, when I first heard that, I was just hyped because he hadn't put anything
Yeah,
out
no,
in
he ain't
like a
putting
minute.
out.
So I
Just
was
features.
yeah,
Yeah, he was killing the feature game.
yeah. So I was just like, yeah, I'm definitely trying to send. So I was sending to Jason first. It took a little while. Then I got a DM at like it was like 2 in the morning. I saw like the next day he was just like, "Yo, you got a record with Banks? It's crazy. It's fire. Like he loves it." I was like super hyped because I grew up
Yeah.
listening to Banks. Um, so after that, I was just like, "Yo, that's fire. I got a Lloyd Banks record." So I went on Twitter. I just tweeted it out. I was like, "Yo, I just heard I might have something on the way with Lloyd Banks," and I added him and everything. And then he retweeted it. So when he retweeted it, I was like, "Okay, so they definitely using this record because
Yeah.
sometimes you could get a record that might not make it on."
Yeah.
I was like, "But if he retweeted it and he followed me back." I was like, "So
Oh,
this,
yeah, yeah, it's official.
so that means that he feels that strong about the record." And after I'll tell you which one it is after I tell you about the other two. So he felt that strong about that first one. So he followed me back. I DM'd him. I was like, "Yo, man, obviously been a big fan. I'm hyped. Got a record. Are you done?" And I think that's important to let other producers know too. Like I didn't just be like, "Oh, yo, I got a record. I appreciate it. Thanks." I was just like, "Yo, you still working? I got more. I got plenty more." He was
Mm.
like, "Yep." So he gave me his direct email because I know Jason was getting emails from tons of other
Yeah.
producers. I was like, if I could send this to Banks direct, I could make something happen. So I sent him like another batch. He picked out one. He was like, "Yo, this is this is crazy. I'm definitely using this." And I was like, "Yo, let's go." And at that point, I'm just like, in my mind, that's how I work. When I get one placement, I try like you got to try to run it up. I don't like to be one of those producers that just sit and be like, "All right, I got one. I'm good." Like if I could get two, three, four, five, I'm gonna try to. So I kept sending, and I ended up getting three. And the first record was actually Sidewalks.
Oh,
And
shit.
at one point, he was going back and forth about making that the intro to Course of the Inevitable One. So
Yeah.
it was Sidewalks. After that, it was
Sh
Empathy,
Alright.
and then after that, it was Falsified.
Yeah, with
And then
Ransom.
yeah, so and at that time, I didn't know who the features was going to be either. So at that, I would have just been happy even if it was just Banks to have three records.
Yeah.
So then like he rolled every. I remember he rolled everything out. At first, it was like Sidewalks, it was Empathy, and it was Falsified. And then I saw the Ransom feature. And I was like, that's fire. Because I was at that time, I was reaching out to Ransom too and sending him stuff. And then he told me himself, like the Freddie Gibbs vocals came in like at the last minute. That's why when you went back to his post, he had like two different track lists where at first Freddie Gibbs wasn't on there as a feature. And then like he rolled out another track list and then he added Freddie Gibbs. And
Yeah.
that was fire because obviously at that time Freddie Gibbs was like, and he still is one of
Yeah, he's
the
still hell
biggest.
yeah.
I don't even consider him underground. Like
Yeah.
I consider him like mainstream. So like that was super fire. Like it was like a couple days before it dropped. He put that up, and I was just hyped. I was like, wow, I got three records on Lloyd Banks, pretty much um
Yeah.
comeback album essentially, and got Ransom and Freddie
Freddie
Gibbs on it.
Gibbs.
And the backstory I had with Freddie Gibbs is back in like 2014, like we followed each other on Twitter. I was sending him beats. I forget exactly which year it was, but I had some beats that he wanted to work on. So I sent Gibbs stuff like a long time ago. Whatever happened, we kind of just lost touch. He had like a little bit of like a hiatus.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I know he
yeah.
was figuring out like his like label situation, but like he gave me his number a while back, and then we just never been back in touch. So the fact that it was like the Lloyd
Full
Banks that kind of
circle.
got us like back in
Yeah.
touch. So I tweeted that. I DM'd him too, and I was just like, "Yo, that's crazy that like it was almost like 10 years ago. We was like chopping it up about getting
Word.
some records done, and now we both now we got a record connected through like Lloyd Banks. So he ended up giving me his contact then, and I kept that contact too. But I actually found that to happen like a lot throughout like my music career. Just like artists that I reach out before getting connected through like other artists. Like same thing with like Conway, Benny the Butcher ended up being features as I was trying to like reach out to them, working with their artists and things like that. But that was kind of how like the underground scene if you want to call it that, started to get rolling for me.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it went rolling for you because you not only did you just get like the ransom because that wasn't even most of the people that was on those features. It was kind of like yo, I be calling him like Method Man. I call him like ever since 2019. I call him like COVID Meth. Like ever since COVID, he been going crazy on the features. Like
Right.
to some people who not tapped in, it's like yo, he's even getting bet. Like to me, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
yo, he gets better. All of them, like Ransom, Ransom went crazy. Banks went crazy. Freddie Gibbs, Conway, and Benny. So on 2, obviously he did like he was fucking with you because 2 you went crazy.
Yeah. So what happened after that is I was still sending everything through like email. Then like a few months after that, he told me he was working again. He gave me like his direct number.
Mhm.
And that's when I really turned it up. I was just like, yo, right now, I was just like, I knew he's working on a project. I was like, I'm just gonna devote like all like a lot of my efforts to like building this project. He's starting from scratch. And if I got 3 placements on
Mhm.
Course the Inevitable 1 on a project that was pretty much almost all done at that time. Like Sidewalks was supposed to be like the last track, and I ended up getting two more on there because he felt that strongly about the beats. So I started building. I was sending him like a week, probably like 25, 30 beats a week. And he just like he got in like a zone, like a writing zone where he was just knocking, he was like just telling me like he was like, I want that one, that record's done. And somehow it got up to like 8 records, and I was just like, yo, that's crazy because that's half an
You got
album.
more than half because I
Yeah.
think it was only 14 on the second one.
Yeah. So yeah, we got up to 8 on that. That was dope too. And then at that time, we started to build a bit of a relationship more. So I would ask him like who he had any ideas of who he's gonna put on the records and stuff. So he told me like a little bit before he was getting like Conway, Benny, Davies, Votto.
Oh yeah, you got the council on. Oh yeah, you did the
I did
council.
all the
Oh
council
yeah,
records so far, beside like that he's done on his album.
yeah.
So I did like I did that one. I did the one on like part 3. So that was a cool experience too. And then having direct line to him to be able to send him stuff whenever you want is it was clutch. And
Yeah.
he obviously gravitated towards my sound and everything. So we just kept building, and that's how we got Course the Inevitable too.
And for people who don't know, which songs did you produce on 2, man?
Oh man, like um Impact,
Yeah, Impact,
Menace,
Traffic,
Traffic,
um,
On My Way Through Hell,
Socialize.
Menace.
Yeah, because that was a single too.
Yeah, Menace was a
Yeah,
single, and I know I'm missing something.
I'm thrown off right now too. We only named one. We named Traffic. Because my mind is on 3 right now. I was gonna say Automatic Pilots.
Yeah.
I'm
I
fucked up
forget
right
too
now.
when
Yeah,
people like ask me, and it's crazy. That's a good thing because I did like so many.
so many.
It's hard to keep up with them.
After this, I'm gonna be like, fuck, I forgot to name this one, that one, that one. But nah, yeah. That's
that was fire. And again, like even if I wasn't all over these projects, like I still would have listened to him. I've always been like a Lloyd Banks fan, to be into his music. So just to be a part of like such a big part of his project and just his overall comeback is like it's fire.